Hey, what's up? Josh here. Husband, father, try to be a man of character, of course, veteran, author, and entrepreneur. And today is our 23rd day of our 28-day journey where I'm highlighting amazing individuals I'm working with, as well as some amazing projects that I'm working on and or some of the services in which we provide here at Mozo Marketing. So, one of the services that you'll see when you go to mozomarketing.com is data as a service. And that's basically turning raw data into real revenue. And one of the things that we offer to clients is a list of individuals who are looking for any product or service. So if we just go ahead and build an audience, let's say let's say you're in business financing and individuals who are looking for a business loan, and we'll hit continue and let's get a preview. So at this moment, there are almost 1,000 people who are actively looking for a business loan right now. Here, let me just show another example. Let's say chiropractic care. And then, so, but before I do that, let me just explain this intent. So there's low, medium, and high intent. So let's say, for instance, someone is dealing with back pain. And everything deals is based off of the deviation of standard browser behavior. So let's say everyone is browsing at like level 5, and then when you start typing in things like how to relieve back pain, most effective treatments for back pain, um, um, pain on the right side of my back. Like it's starting to enter intent. So let's say on average you're at 5, that might take you to like a level 6. And then so you're trying to find a solution. So basically you're problem aware. You recognize that you actually have a problem, but you don't know specifically the best way to alleviate that problem. So you're problem aware. Now, let's say after some research, you then identify things like YouTube videos, you checked out a few articles, you might have went to I think forget the medical website or whatever the case may be. So you're kind of doing this research, you're entering. Now it's like, okay, and then it's presenting you with a number of different options that you could take. So this is now where you're solution aware. So hey, there's acupuncture, there's chiropractor, there's yoga, there's stretching, there's ART. There's a number of things that can be done. So now you're more solution aware. You're doing your research. That's medium intent. So that might be you're like at a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? So now you have higher intent. High intent is when you're actually typing in chiropractor near me. So one of the things that's unique about Google advertising, and in particular Google search advertising and advertising on other platforms such as LinkedIn, such as YouTube, such as Instagram and Facebook, is those are all interruption-based advertising. Where Google, you're specifically typing in restaurant near me, chiropractor near me, dentist near me, so on and so forth, roofer near me. Where on the other end, when you're using these other kind of platforms, utilizing our data as a service, you're able to get in front of the right people because we know that they're looking for this product or service. So even though it's interruption based, it still has the intent that Google provides. And that's why Google is one of the most expensive advertising platforms that you can be on or run campaigns on, because you're targeting individuals who are actually looking for your product or service. So the beauty about what we're able to provide is we're able to give you the intent that Google provides, but allow you to be able to decrease the cost, because we can run campaigns on these other platforms such as Facebook, such as Instagram, and so forth. So we're able to get discounted rates, but with buyer intent. So that's what makes the services that we provide unique and why our clients are getting some amazing results. But let's say chiropractic care. So we hit continue and then we preview the results. Then, of course, this could be, well, I'll show once the list is created. So there's 23, a little bit more than 23,000 people looking for chiropractic care. Well, let's say, you don't care about all 23,000 people. Let's say you're in, Toronto. Or no, I'll say Toronto. Let's say you're in Phoenix. And let's hit search. And of course, you can do zip code. I mean, you could do um, so many different, when was it? year built. I mean, let's say if you were a contractor, I mean, there's so many different options we could choose from. Family, how many people are in the family? Are they married, single? Do they have children? Um, personal information, what's their age, additional filters, ethnicity, gender, language, education. Are they a smoker? Let's say you're a life insurance company and maybe try to provide life insurance for individuals who might be smokers, where it's difficult, maybe more difficult for them to get life insurance. I mean, it's really limited by your imagination. But if we clicked on Phoenix and we refresh this list, there's 99 active people who are looking for chiropractic care in Phoenix. So how valuable would a list like this be for a chiropractor? You know? And then so I'll just do wrong one. Let's do roofing. And I'll just this as the last example. Roofing. So business services, construction services, roofing. So I actually have a client that's a roofer is doing incredibly well. And let me tell you the best ways to be able to utilize these lists. So the first and the most effective way that we find is going to be remarketing. So that's basically so all everyone who's on this list has a hash number, and a hash number is your unique advertising number, and everyone has this, and everyone has a digital fingerprint, whether you like it or not. So we can actually take these hash numbers and create a custom audience in platforms such as Meta, on Facebook, Instagram, and so forth, and then be able to provide retargeting campaigns. So, you'll see in your ad in your news feed or in your Instagram feed, hey, are you struggling with back pain? And of course, we know that they are. Then, even though it's an interruption based creative and advertising, but it's relevant because it's something that they're actually looking for. So yeah, so that's how that works. So that's retargeting. The other thing that clients do is they actually do cold calling. So they'll actually pick up the phone and start reaching out to these individuals. So the list that we provide will provide a holistic list, but it has verified emails. It also has verified numbers, and it also indicates on the numbers if they're on the DNC, which is do not call list. So then you can filter it out and say, hey, I'll call only the ones who aren't on the DNC list, but I can email everyone who's on the list. So that's something that they could do. Another one is email. So of course, cold email. So that's another one. And then lastly, the roofer, my client who's a roofer, one of the things they're having incredible results with is actually door knocking. So let's say, for instance, you're a roofer here in Phoenix, and here's 12 results. Let's say the average roof is, $15,000. What they actually do is they'll actually go door knocking. So they'll knock on the home across the street, and I believe the two homes next to the main home that they want to actually attract. And they'll say, hey, we were in the neighborhood. We just want to introduce ourselves. We know it's the springtime. People are starting to think about if they want the roof replaced, or we just want to introduce ourselves and let you know about our services. And it's funny to hear from them because sometimes the people that they're whose door they're knocking on are so surprised, they're so amazed. It's like, wow, you were reading my mind. I can't believe you're here right now because we're actually in the process of looking for a roof. Now, of course, our clients and the sales and the guys in the field, they know why they're there. It's because of this insight. But they frame it in such a way it's like, hey, we're just in the neighborhood and wanted to introduce ourselves, you know, to the residents here in Phoenix. Um, so yeah, so that is that as a service. So it doesn't matter if it's any product, any service. I mean, I'll just show. Let's say you were selling. Let's say you're looking for a pool installer. Uh, here goes swimming pool contractors. High intent. Let's say in Phoenix. This is another great city. It's actually a great example. So this is a list of individuals who's looking to get a pool installed. How much does that cost? Here's a list of 315 people that's actively looking to get a pool installed right now. Let's say the average pool is, these are in-ground pools, probably the average pool is probably, at a minimum 60, 75,000. So purchasing a list of me for me to get access to a list of individuals that are going to pay at least 75,000, it makes it a no-brainer. So this is data as a service. This is actually one of the main services that we provide. It's actually our second main service. Of course, web design is going to be number one, But these lists of active buyers, people who are looking for any product or service, this is actually our second most requested service. And just to show you that how this could be consumer B2C, let's say you had a retail shop, or let's say like Louis Vuitton. Let's say you were a mall. Let's say you were Louis Vuitton in Phoenix. There's 236 people looking for to purchase a Louis Vuitton product right now. Let's say you're in the process of looking for a car. Let's say a Chevy Tahoe. Chevy let's see, Tahoe. Here we go. Auto. Continue. Let's say you're looking for a Chevy Tahoe in Phoenix. 145 people looking for a Chevy Tahoe right now. It's literally endless. So yeah, so if something like this would be of benefit to you, let's say you're looking for a yoga instructor, then yoga training, personal training yoga. So let's say you know someone who was a yoga instructor. 117 people looking for a yoga instructor right now. So yeah, so this is data as a service. We also do data enrichment real quickly. So we could actually take, let's say you have an email list, and we're actually doing this for a cannabis company right now. They have a list of over 2 million customers, and they want us to enrich the list. So basically, we would take that email list that they have, and then we'll put it under our enrichment engine, and then we would be able to get all the additional insight and data data points from that individual just from the email. So we'll get the name, we'll get the number, we'll get their address, we'll get their annual income. We'll get if they have children or not. We'll get like so much information just from the one piece of information. So, clients, that's another one of our popular services as well. So, yeah, data is a big deal. In case you don't know, it's been said many times, that data is the new oil. It's actually, depending upon what your data is looking like, can be even more valuable than oil. And so, yeah, so this is data as a service. And like I said, if you need something like this for yourself, or if you know someone who could benefit from such a list of individuals who are actively looking for any product or service, then reach out. We'd love to help. All right, thanks. That's day 23, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right.